Yes guys, what's going on? Welcome back. It is episode number 32 of Career Mode. Right, today we are getting right into it, and I mean that as well. On the back of our big win against Aston Villa, 3 wins in our last 4 in all competitions. We've got lots of big games in the Premier League. We're starting with this Champions League phase. Today, we've got match days 4, 5 and 6. We're coming to the end of it. We could be in the playoffs, we could be outside the playoffs altogether, or we could be in the top 8. We're going to find out, and a win here will give us a great chance of being in the top 8 coming the end of the campaign. It's the German champions, Wolfsburg away. How are you, lads? Yeah, we've got a great episode today, man. I really hope you enjoy it. 4 for the weekend, of course, for the quad. We love the quad. As Tierno Barry is dispossessed by Lucharel. I think we're going to find out in today's episode as well what we're likely to do come the end of the Champions League phase. Finish outside the playoffs, finish in the playoffs, or bypass the playoffs altogether and go through as a top 8 team. We'll probably know it today with match days 4, 5 and 6, because again, 7 points taken for a possible 9. It's been a brilliant start, but we haven't been at our best. I mean, we really haven't. You know, we beat Monaco by a goal, we beat Bodo Glimt by a goal, and we only just about managed a point away against Fiorentina. So don't let those results fool you. It's our European debut, and yes, we're unbeaten in our first 3, but believe me, we have been far from convincing. And Roofs making sure we don't go into the break of the Volkswagen Arena down by a goal. Yeah, the Black Cats might be doing alright, but we are certainly not at our best yet. Yeah, we're just not at our best yet. That's the best way of putting it. Like, we're winning, but we're not playing the sort of football we normally do. We haven't scored the lovely goals that I was hoping for. And at some point we're going to come undone, and it may well come here. The German champions in front with 17 to play, and this might be our first defeat in Europe. Yeah, let me tell you, no one is surprised about this. Sunderland are far from at their best, and don't let the results fool you. Don't let the league position fool you. We haven't been playing very well this season. We've had a couple of games where we've been on it, but for the most part, we've been subpar. At some point, your luck is going to run out. It definitely did at the Volkswagen Arena. First defeat in Europe, and that is a bad way to start our run of 3 match days out today. Right, following it, we'll try and bounce back to matches in the league and back home as well. Tottenham Hotspur at the Stadium. Like, we always seem to have a good battle with Tottenham, and hopefully another one here, but most importantly, a return to winning ways and a good performance for the first time in quite a while as well. Next up, Spurs at home. There's always been this debate in football, but I guess sports in general, which is, does winning solve everything? And, you know, like, for me, I don't know if it does. I think for the most part I would say yes. Like, ultimately, you want to win, right? You want your team to win. Or, you know, if it's an individual sport, you want your favourite athlete to win. So I guess it does in a way, but ultimately, we love watching sport when it's played at its highest form, right? That's a great little build-up and a brilliant save by Alisson to deny Fatawu an early opener. So when you're clicking and you're playing beautiful football, I often think, you know, one team for me that was like that, Arsenal under Arsene Wenger, but post-Invincibles, when they started to slow down a little bit, they weren't winning as much, but they were still playing beautiful football. And would the Arsenal fans have taken a little lesser quality in the football being played in exchange for, you know, maybe another Premier League and a couple of other FA Cups, for example? Maybe, maybe not, I don't know. But whether winning solves everything, I think it really comes down to the success the club have had recently, but also their expectations as well. Did that make any sense? I don't know if that made any sense there, as Norton is denied. But, yeah, whether winning solves everything, I suppose, is subjective. But right now, I'm sure the Black Cats fans will be saying, listen, compared to where we were at the start of this save, I'm glad we are where we are, even if we're not clicking completely. Oh, Guerrero off the woodwork. How on earth is it still no? It's all Sunderland. All we're missing is that opening goal. Is it just me, by the way, or has the gameplay changed a lot since the base game? Now, I know we tweaked the sliders a little bit, but even when we did that, the gameplay still felt a bit different. Oh, Matthias Tell, what a goal that is. It does feel like it's a lot more different now, doesn't it? Certainly feels that way, but that is a heck of a strike. We've been brilliant defensively to start this season off, and there is nothing we can do about that. 8th for the year, going for the golden boot. That's a goal of the season contender. On the subject of Arsenal, I think a lot of people forget that towards the end of Wenger's tenure there, he did actually have a great run in the FA Cup. I think he won 3 and 4 seasons or something like that. It was a really nice run before his before his exit. But before the FA Cup wins towards the end of his career, it's also worth pointing out he went on like an 8-year run without a major honour for Arsenal, and that is for a club like Arsenal, that is a long time to wait for a major honour. And so again, during that time, Arsenal weren't winning trophies, but it is worth pointing out they played some scintillating football, and Arsenal fans that watched them back then will know they had some glorious team goals. Jack Wilshere's goal against Norwich, if anyone hasn't seen that, it's one of the greatest team goals I've ever seen. It was amazing. But again, they didn't win trophies during that era. So again, the question is, a wonderful goal that is though. That's a great team goal. The question is, does winning solve everything? Did it solve the criticism back then? Well, maybe, maybe not. But for Sunderland, I do think we need to start winning, but also playing better as well. That's a brilliant goal, and Robbie's finally got his first of the year. And I keep forgetting not to hold the L2 button down when I'm cutting the ball across, as well as Kudus almost got Spurs back in front. Sorry about that. It was a tap in from like 3 yards. He weren't going to miss regardless, but yeah, I've already scored about 7 of those since the save began. Anyway, 1-1, and now we've got back on level terms. The question is, can we go and find a winning goal? Jared finds Siddiqui. It's a brilliant ball. It's Anthony! Great save, Alisson. Excellent stops on both ends, and it remains at 1-1 for now. Is there going to be a late winner? Into the final minute of normal time, trying to hold on to the point. Kudus has Anthony Guerrero to beat. So another really good game for us at left back. As it's rolled into Tell. He's found a space. Oh, what a goal! 9th and 11. Both today. Spurs have won it right at the end, and what a beauty from Matthias Tell. Incredible goal. Well, I have to say, winning may solve everything, but right now we can't get the wins. 3rd defeat in 4 games. Back-to-back losses for the first time this campaign, and Mikel Arteta's Tottenham Hotspur have delivered a big blow in our hopes to be in a title race this season and given a big boost to their chances of going for that first ever Premier League title. We need a break. We need another international break, so thank goodness we have got one. Sunderland right now are just not on it at all. There's something's just not quite right here. I can't really point my finger as to what it is, but something just isn't quite clicking for the Black Cats. So international break over, we'll jump into this. It is Nottingham Forest away at the City Ground and heading into this game as well. Goodness gracious, 3 defeats in 4, back-to-back losses, only just in the top 4 as well. We really need a return to winning ways. Whether it's unconvincing and scrappy or not, I don't care, I just need a win. Following game, Forest away. It's one of those really where I don't know whether we need to make a big change or we just play through it, do you know what I mean? Because everyone is going to struggle at some point. We talk about this all the time, like no one is perfect. And oh, what a big save by Roos to prevent us going a goal down early, which we still could. And Robin says, no, not on my watch this afternoon, as it's still 0-0 for now. Everyone's going to struggle at some point. It's going to happen. It's always going to be a case of a long campaign and a long endeavour. At some point, you're going to hit those tough patches. You've got to decide during those moments, do you change something or do you just try and play through it? At the moment, I'm not really sure, because on this current pace, we are going to drop a lot more points than we win, and before we know it, we'll not only be outside of a Champions League place, but outside of Europe altogether. I don't know why things just aren't working like they were before, but at the moment, it's not looking good. Oh, what a touch. And a big block by Lucha. Oh, no. He's put his hand up, he knows he's made a mistake. And that does happen when you integrate young players into the team. They haven't quite got the feel for this level yet. Anthony and Khan look brilliant since coming in, but that's a massive, massive error there with the kid. What was I doing? No pressure whatsoever, and just gave it to Igor Jesus. Down a goal at the City Ground. Whether winning solves everything or not, it was certainly solved the way I'm feeling right now. Sunderland are all over the place. Sneaky win that. It's going to drop 2 for Tawu. Brilliant turn, just couldn't pull the trigger. But that's what I mean, like Esteve there has just been bullied off the ball way too easily. And that's not anything tactical, that's just a lack of heart. As Elliot Anderson rolls it through, Callum Hudson-Odoi stepping inside, it's a beautiful second. Nottingham Forest 2-0 up, and the Black Cats have been well and truly tamed. This is the worst run we've had in a long time. Mate, we've lost it. I've lost it. Sunderland have lost it. The mojo has gone. The mojo has well and truly gone, man. Like, we have just not got our groove going whatsoever. We're off pace, we're off beat, we're out of confidence and out of shape, out of form, and out of the top four come the end of the game. And if we play like this in the week against Celtic, we'll be out of the top 8 in Europe as well. Sunderland are all over the place. Oh, the Forest fans are absolutely loving this, cheering their team on to a big win. But for the Sunderland fans behind the goal, I'd imagine most of them are probably considering getting up the M6 and getting back to the northeast. Is it the M6? I don't know. I don't drive. As Brian Brobby steps away from one and does find Fatawu. And can we get a consolation if nothing else? No, great save, but Brobby must... No, he doesn't. I was going to say must turn in the rebound. He's too slow. He's too slow. You got to react quicker than that, son. This is the Premier League. Brobby on one goal for the season. Should have had an easy second. Didn't shoot. These are the games where you just wish the referee would blow for full time earlier than the 90 minutes, because it's a lonely experience when you're on the road and you've been battered. You'd like to think your travelling fans are behind you, but you never really know for sure. You got the ironic wolf whistles from the home crowd behind you in the dugout. You got the chants of "Doxy, you're a fraud! Doxy, Doxy, you're a fraud!" Or the classic "sacked in the morning." But whatever the case may be, you just want the ground to open up and swallow you whole, because even consolation goals don't really give you much to celebrate. It's something positive in an otherwise overwhelmingly negative afternoon. Sunderland lose again for the 3rd successive game in all competitions. And I think this might be the first time since season 1 we right now are stumbling and all over the place. This team in the Champions League? Not on this form. We won't be back there next year, that's for sure. And speaking of which, midweek following game, we'll jump right into it. This is possibly the biggest game of the season so far. It is Celtic coming to the Stadium of Light, match day 5, 7 points taken from 12. It's not been a disastrous start, it's actually been pretty decent, but if we fail to win this and lose again, I'll be feeling more like Russell Martin than anyone associated with Celtic right now. Following game, it is the Green Army in the northeast of England. How are the lads? I need the home crowd behind me tonight. Those of you who have been following me for a while will know that I have an interesting habit when I'm stressed, which is that I chew my tongue. And right now, I'm getting through about 3 packs of chewing gum every 90 minutes to make sure I can choose something else instead in what is a really tough run. Come on! But I still need the fans behind me, and I need the kids to bail me out. Kyle, our player of the season, does it once again. Sunderland lead. Yeah, we've all got those like weird little individual habits we do that no one else does. That's mine. Apparently I do it in my sleep. I remember someone I was dating at the time said that they noticed I was doing it in my sleep, so that probably wasn't a good indicator for how long the relationship was going to last. But yeah, I don't know why. I've always done it since I was a kid. It's probably the reason why I get so many mouth ulcers, to be honest. I always full of mouth ulcers, me. But oh, Norton again, Norton again, Norton again. The mullet again for 2. Come on! I'm chewing my tongue right now. Celtic are chewing on a 2-goal deficit. The kid's on fire. Well, I said during that loss at the City ground, you never really know whether the fans are with you when you've been battered away from home. They definitely are tonight, leading by 2. Absolutely on it from the first whistle. Kyle's bagged a brace. And this is exactly what we needed. Sunderland returning to winning ways, but not just winning, but winning well. We have not done that in quite a while now. And that's why I'll be disappointed if we don't get more than the 2 goals we've got in this first half. Before that, we've got to see out the win, because we won't get a clean sheet. Brilliant finish, 2-1. Come on, don't throw it away. Don't throw it away. Don't throw it away. Into the final 7 minutes of normal time. Come on. Come on. Tongue's being chewed. I've run out of chewing gum. Ball rolled back. Engels finds space. Keeps on going. Roos makes the save. And possibly in the process saves 2 points for Sunderland. This is literally our season in a nutshell, man. Took a 2-goal commanding lead early. And now just trying to grind out the 1-goal lead. All Celtic in the late stage. Keeps... All Celtic in the late stages, but that'll do it. That's going to be game. And Sunderland will hold on. Well, I said earlier, does winning solve everything? It does solve our loss streak coming to an end after 3. But the familiar problems remaining for Sunderland, clearly not our best. Right, 4 down, 4 to go today. Back to winning ways in Europe now. Let's see if we can do it domestically as well. Next up, Brentford in form, coming to the Stadium of Light. Well, right now we are 9 behind Chelsea already, who lead the way. Any chance of being a title race is slipping through our fingers very quickly. If we can get back in one, we're going to get back to form. Let's start here. How are the lads? Well, this has been what you call frustrating. Second half gets underway, still deadlocked at 0-0. Just can't break through at the moment. Defensively looking alright. I haven't given Brentford a sniff really. But the back, I should say going forward, I had a chance myself. And then one time the Bees do get inside, they convert. Yeah, I'm going to say it. I think winning would solve everything right now because I do want to play good football. I do want to knock the ball around nicely. I do want to have some really nice team goals, but I want more than anything right now is some wins. It's just not clicking. As we know, progress over time isn't always linear. There are some bumps on the road. Look at the S&P this weekend, you know. There's going to be times where you take a bit of a tumble. And at the moment, that's exactly what we're doing. So you can't panic too much. Oh, what a finish, Bobby. You can't get too beat up about these little slip-ups here and there, but long-term, you do need to turn it around at some point. And is that the start of the turnaround? No, that is going to do it. Another game without a win. It is 1 in our last 5 and 2 in our last 7 in all competitions. I don't know what it's going to take for us to start playing good football again and most crucially winning, but at this current rate we will not be back in the Champions League next year, no chance. And recently you might have noticed that a few of our players have come to us asking for new contracts. Broly did ask for one, but at the moment his form doesn't really warrant a pay rise. As for Robin, no clean sheets in I think his last 6 or maybe even 7 games, so he's kind of fallen off a little bit as well, to be fair. So I'm going to say to the boys, look, you'll get new contracts when your player performance improves. At the moment, I don't think you justify those new deals. Right, following game, heading into this, it is Arsenal away at the Emirates, champions back in Season 1. And if we're to be champions in Season 4, then we need to play a hell of a lot better than we have done recently. As things stand, we're only just clinging on to a top 4 place. And I did say this season that was my target. I'm not really going for a title, but I do want to be at least back in form on the back of what has been a really tough run. Only 2 wins in our last 7. Next up, Gunners in North London. I don't know when we're going to be able to win our first domestic trophy. I mean, 1 has already gone this year out of 3 in the Carabao Cup. Not that I really thought we could go far in that anyway. But the FA Cup is, as we know, quite dependent on the kind of draw you get. And as for the Premier League, I just, you know, there's been 4 different winners the past 4 years. Liverpool, if you go on from the real life season. Arsenal, it's Chelsea won season 1, Arsenal won season 2. Chelsea, Arsenal, and then Man City as well. When you can put Sunderland in that winners category, I don't know, man. I think we're still... Oh, Norton. Oh, what a goal that would have been. I still think we're at least a couple of years away, personally. Not this season, maybe next season, but the year after next season. That's probably where I think our best shot lies. Oh, no, it's going to be 1-0. It's going to be 1-0. No, Bruce with the save. And no, the rebound turned in. Odegaard just wanted it more. And I said recently, that's not a tactical thing, man. It's just not wanting it enough, man. Seriously. Easy finish on the rebound, but it's only because Hannibal doesn't react on time. He's right there. He's right there. You've got to stick your leg in there, man. Seriously, your goal is literally completely unguarded. You can't just half-heartedly just swing a leg and hope for the best. You've got to put your body in front of the man coming across there. Frustration. Frustration. And it says a lot that this season, my best players are the ones that have come through the academy. In Anthony, in a particular Kyle as well. Definitely Kyle for sure. This has got to improve. Seriously, come on. I love that. There's Anthony. Does win it back and drives forward as well. Yeah, at the moment my left side pairing are the 2 that aren't letting me down. I mean, I wish I could say that about everyone else in the team, as Kyle does get the leveller as they combine for the equaliser too. But yeah, at the moment it's ridiculous. You know, when you're in a struggling patch of form, normally that's when you look to your seniors. That's when you look to the vets. That's when you look to your longest serving players and say, guys, I need you to help us weather this storm here. But instead, I'm looking at the teenagers and saying, guys, I need you out there to put us out of this. Lovely ball through by Anthony. Great finish by Kyle. He is our player of the season right now, and it's not even close. Brian, you want a contract? Take note of what Kyle's doing. Declan Rice to Eze. Come on, don't lose. This will be cruel if we lose. We'd actually done really well at that. We played some good football. And it really summed the start of the season up. We end up losing this at the end as well. I was going to... Oh my word, I thought it was going to go in. Oh, no. Oh, wait. Goodness gracious me. Is there a more Sunderland thing to happen than that? Seriously. The only thing that would have made it more Sunderland-like is if that ball found the back of the net. I don't know what on earth just happened there. But thankfully it did not cross the line. Still 1-1. Is there going to be a late winner in a battle between 2 out of form teams? Nope, another game without a win. It is now 1 in our last 6 in all competitions. This has got to be the toughest run of form I've had in a very long time. I like it. It's good for the challenge, but not good for our chances of staying in the top 4. We need a run. Huh, and this is quite interesting. 2 bids for Brian Brobby. Chelsea and who we just faced there, Arsenal. Both very decent offers. But for a player in the prime of his career, I've got no intention of selling him to a direct rival for a top 4 place or even a title place either. He has submitted a transfer request. And I can't remove him. Can I negotiate a contract? Would it let me? It would. So, with that being the case, I'm going to hold on for now. But I think... if I don't deal with this in the next few in-game weeks, I think Brobby's going to remain on the transfer list and I won't be able to renegotiate a contract. I'm tempting fate there, but we'll hopefully let it play out and hopefully he'll return to form in the next game. Yep, following game, it's Man City at home. And again, right now in the form we're in, I mean, there is no way we're catching them already. 8 points behind. It has been a really tough run. And wins in these games can be the catalyst for a good run, but big losses can be the catalyst for a devastating one. Next up, league leaders at home. Yeah, with Man City winning the championship last season, they're able to be the first repeat team of the save, winning it back to back. And it's amazing how quick the turnaround in attitude has gone as well. I've gone from after that win against West Ham, being like, oh yeah, we can definitely be in a title race this season, no doubt about it. We'll give anyone a run for their money. And now I'm like, just don't drop out of the top 4. Like, no matter what you do, just don't drop out of the top 4. Even if we scrape it on goal difference, I don't care. Just don't miss out on the Champions League again for next season. It's so quick how the attitude has totally changed. But as we often say, your objectives need to move as you do, and that goes both ways. Both when you're overperforming and also underperforming. So what does that mean in layman's terms, Doxy boy? Well, it's very simple. When you are performing above your expectations and you're on course to achieve, let's say, a higher league finish or maybe a cup earlier than your anticipated journey, then you need to start changing your objectives with that. So let's say you're a newly promoted team, but right now you're in 9th place. Well, your objectives should no longer be just avoid relegation. They should now be finish top 10. It goes the other way, you know, it goes the other way. It's worth pointing out it goes the other way too. It means that when you're struggling, you know, you were probably thinking maybe we could be in the title race this season. We're struggling so badly. Now it just means make sure you don't drop out of the Champions League places. But a win in this game against the champions and maybe we'll go back to our original line of thinking. It's Kyle again. Brobby dropped for the afternoon. And I said it, you're not going to get a contract until your form starts to turn around. Well, this guy is going to keep him on the bench. Top scorer, he's on fire. Whilst I think it's a little too early to start thinking that Kyle should take Brobby's place as our out-and-out striker for good. If this trend continues, it's hard not to think that way. Because Kyle is on fire. Secondary position is striker, as Guerrero does well there too. So it's not like he's out of position. And he's so direct as well. Even when I have played him left wing, he's always stepping inside. And naturally, when you see inside forwards that are like that, you often think, oh yeah, they're going to end up as a striker. Just like with Messi, just like with Ronaldo, just like with Mbappe. Like we may see this with Norton as well. Starting off on the wing, inside forward, but because of his directiveness and because of his pure goal-scoring ability, his pure finishing touch, striker is probably where he's at his best. Oh, that should have been the game, man. That should have done it. Starting to get a bit nervy now into the final 6 minutes of normal time. Come on, don't throw this away, man. It's so annoying. I've been on top for the majority of it. And had I not lost my cool with that moment there with Ahmad, that would have been game. Just trying to say to City, come on, break me down. Break me down. They have. They've shot. They've scored. I don't deserve to be back in the Champions League. My defence is all over the place right now, man. Seriously, that is no clean sheets now in, I think, 10 games in all competitions. Well, I said Robbie's definitely not getting a new contract. Neither is Robin. He's really taken a step back in terms of form. But we'll end on this, our final game today, and it's absolutely massive as well. I'll go as far as saying it's the biggest game of this season so far. Bilbao, match day 6, Champions League phase, now outside the top 8, and a loss here, and with the form we're in, I can see us stumbling outside the playoff places as well. Massive game to end on. The lads from the Basque region, our final game today. We need a win, man. Only 1 in our last 7. Let's end that run here. How are the lads? Well, the debate over whether winning solves everything will, of course, always be considered subjective. But I'll tell you this right now. On the run that we're in, or on the run we're on, I should say, a scrappy 1-0 will do me just fine tonight. And if that ends up being the only goal in 90 minutes, I won't mind one bit. Hold up brilliant from Kyle again. Right from kickoff we have the lead. What a perfect start. On the subject of Bilbao, I've been asked before, you know, Doxy, would you do a Bilbao career mode? It's a great idea. Obviously, Athletic Bilbao, for those who may be new to football or may not know as much about it, it's a team that's very unique in the sense they have a Basque-only policy. So they're from the region of the Basque region in Spain, and they're only allowed to play and sign players that are connected, heavily connected to that region. There are a couple of, this Viper puts on just wide the post. There are a couple of exceptions to the rule, but for the most part, they stick pretty much exclusively to that. So it's a real kind of like regionalist feel, if you will. It's really, really cool. Obviously, in career mode, there's no such problem. Actually, Viper there went very close for Bilbao. Tonight, you might notice they've got James Trafford on the bench. So, you know, they don't play this way in the game. It's a cool idea, and I have thought about doing something somewhat similar, just with a different kind of twist on it. But, yeah, definitely something I would consider myself. It's a really cool team to use if you do want to stick to that Basque-only policy. I've always thought one way the EA could solve this in the game is by making Bilbao, as the AI team in a CM, stick to a club and country philosophy. As that nodded down, it's going to be cleared by Guerrero, and we escape, still leading by 1 for now. But yeah, there's no place of birth listed in the database for the player profiles in career mode, and so there's no way of knowing for EA, you know, what players were born in the Basque region and what weren't. So I understand why that would be difficult for them to code into the game that Bilbao can only use a Basque-only policy. But what you could do is say, okay, they're only allowed to sign Spanish nationals, for example. Because whilst it isn't completely true to real life, you know, at least it will solve the problem of them, like I said, having James Trafford on the bench tonight, for example, you know. So you often see it, they'll just go and sign players who would never, ever, ever play for the club in real life due to the policy. Well, maybe you can relax the rule a little bit within the career mode universe and just have them signing only Spanish players. It doesn't fix the issue, but it's a little bit closer to realism, if you will. Speaking of fixing the issue as well, we definitely look like we're going to do that tonight. What a throw by Roofs, that is. We've been very good in this one. I could have sent Talby through there. Bradford, where are you going, son? I did not ask you to do that. Get back in position. Come on, son. Come on. I appreciate the willingness to help out on attack, but no. But yeah, much better. I bottled it against Man City. Absolutely bottled it. I'm not going to let it happen again tonight. Oh, what a ball, Guerrero. Yes, come on! And as I always say, man, slip-ups are going to happen. It's part of sport, it's part of life, but when it happens, don't dwell on it, don't beat yourself up. That helps no one. Beating yourself up helps literally no one. Pick yourself up, learn your lessons, and move on to your next endeavour. Had to tighten up, we're looking much better defensively, played some brilliant football, and this time, we've taken our chances. Yep, it's something I've had to learn in my own personal life. When you've made a big error, feeling sorry for yourself and beating yourself up does not help you in any way whatsoever. If you can pick yourself up, learn those lessons and apply them in your next endeavours, you'll be better off for it, and that is when you start making progress. Why didn't we win any of those last 3 games despite scoring in all of them? It's because we didn't score more than once. Why haven't we been winning as many games recently? It's because we haven't tightened up. Tonight, 2 goals and a clean sheet, and back on track. And that'll do it for today's episode of Career Mode, guys. Massive thank you for you enjoyed it. If you have, then please do drop a like. Most of you all have a fantastic day. I'll return in the next one as we'll enter the January transfer window. Do we make some changes? It's probably going to go, or do we keep things as they are on the back of that big win? Have a great day, guys. Much love, and I'll see you for the next episode very soon.